What's up, guys? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Man, we had a great live stream last night, guys, and this is just a quick snippet that I pulled from that live stream. Had a great time, guys. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. We go over some great topics, go over my tournament season, things like that. But let's go ahead and get straight into this, guys. Quick question from one of the subscribers. Let's see how we answered it. And also make sure you watch until the end where we come up with some nice solutions to this issue, some things that I think, and I want you guys to get active in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it a little bit. Take a look.
All right, so let's see who we have coming up next. Stephen Walden. What do you suggest a co-angler do if he is getting live scope to death? Oh man. All right. So this is kind of off topic, but hey guys, I mean, we're fishermen over here. So this is a topic that we may have to have a whole show about. But some of you guys hop in the chat while we're waiting for Kirk to come back, Kirk Anderson to come back. What do you guys think? What do you suggest a co-angler do if he is getting live scope to death? Get a boat. What about that? Get a boat and get your own live scope. I think that'll solve the problem. What do you guys think? There we go. That's what we need. Get your boat so that you don't get live scope to death. But I'll be interested to see what some of you other guys have to say about that. All right, so let's see. No, but seriously, let me go ahead and just think. So if you're getting live scope to death, I mean, you just have to pretty much fan cast. You have to, if you can take advantage of seeing some type of sonar or down imaging, or maybe they have 360 at the console, you just have to get creative with it. And for me, I always will keep a drop shot, especially as a co-angler, because if that sonar is on, you can always see those fish under the boat. And don't think just because that person is using live scope and can see those fish out that that there aren't other fish around the area that you can take advantage of and still be able to catch. All right, guys. So we have Kurt back in the let me see, but you will definitely see the effects of that. There was a drastic difference in my performance from day one to day two, but I will give you guys this quick little hint on that. Still pulled off a first place.
Nice.
There we go. So that came in. That was real nice. All right. So we have FCP fishing. Not much you can do as a co-angler. Get a boat. All right, guys. All right. So this right here, I like this comment right here.
Yes, sir.
So this is in relation to a question that was asked whenever you were off for a quick second.
Okay.
With the power thing. So one of the guys was asking about if there's a system called the live scope. It allows us to kind of see out in front of the boat if you're the boater on the front of the boat.
Okay.
So you can actually kind of gauge where you want to cast. And so that mental game that can get into a co-angler's head to where they feel like, hey, he's up there seeing something that he's casting to. I wish I could cast up there. So that is what is in the mind of a lot of co-anglers. But what you have to do is stay focused and not think about what you can't have. You have to focus on what you can have. So you have to focus on where you want to where you can cast. So his question was, what do you do if you're fishing with somebody who has that live sonar and you're on the back of the boat and you can't use it? And FCP fishing answer to that is not much you can do as a co-angler. Get a boat. So drop a few stacks, 50, 60, 70 stacks, get your boat, and that'll take care of that issue. But really the thing about that is to not let it spin you out and to stay focused. And the things that we are talking about, the hydration, the food, the sleep, those are things that will help you stay ready to keep your mind right whenever you come into those situations. All right, I have a few more I want to read real quick. So we have.
All right, so yeah, we have a little bit of fun on the live stream, guys, but that is definitely a serious question for a lot of co-anglers and actually boaters also, because boaters, I mean, they want to make sure that everybody on the boat out there has a great time and goes back to the scales, has some good things to say about them. So how can we solve this problem? For one, I would say mindset. You definitely have to keep your mind right and think about the positive side of the things that are available to you. And for me, some of these trophies back there, I fished as a co-angler for 2 years. So the first year, I believe I came in second place for co-angler of the year. And the second year, I actually got co-angler of the year. So I was able to figure a few things out, guys. And for me, like I said, one of the main things is mindset. Just focus on the things that you can do to accomplish what it is you're out there for the day. So as far as the opportunities and the things that you have access to, look on that console. Make sure that you know how to read the sonar and the 360, different things like that. If you have access to those are some things that can be very valuable to you, even from the back of the boat. So I would say the number one thing is the sonar and the mapping would be the main things that I would focus on. With the sonar system, one thing that I would say is always keep a drop shot on the boat. For me, what I would use is this is a 6. Let me just take a look real quick. This is a medium heavy 6 rod, and I generally like using a shorter rod for my drop shot because I fish my drop shot directly under the boat. So while you're watching that sonar screen, if you see some fish directly under the boat, that is your opportunity to take advantage of that. So hopefully, like I said, sometimes the guys will leave that sonar on the screen so you can see the fish that are underneath the boat. And you can also use that to gauge the water depth. So whenever you are setting up your drop shot, if you put the leader on there, say to about 30 feet deep, once that bait goes down and hits the bottom, and you see right there where the knot is at for your braid to fluorocarbon leader, you can kind of gauge real quickly how deep that water is. And that is if you're not able to utilize the screen on the boat in order to help you see things like the water depth. Another thing that you want to have is a great search bait. So for me, the thing that I like is some type of swim bait. I would use something like the fish head spin. You guys have seen that in some of my other videos. I did some reviews on that, and I will put links in the description. So guys, always make sure you read the description. I put links to certain products that I talk about. Anytime there's discounts or anything like that, I will put those in the description. Make sure you take advantage of those. But some type of search bait, primarily what I would be looking for is something like I said, the fish head spin. I would put maybe like a 1/2 ounce on there. That will allow me to be able to get that down to the depths that I need, and also I can fish that shallow and I can fish that deep. So I may just need to count that down depending on the water depth. And the other thing with the mapping, if you can see the mapping on the screen by looking at the console unit, then you can see the contours, the different things like that. So there may be some ledges or a drop off, and that can kind of dictate from the back of the boat. Yes, it's limited, but it's limited from the front of the boat also, but they do have more options, obviously. And guys, just keep in mind, fishing as a co-angler is going to be harder than fishing as the boater. So you just have to be more versatile. And in my opinion, fishing as a co-angler, it definitely will help you out in the long run as far as being able to adapt to changes and things like that faster. So once you become a boater, it kind of makes you a well-rounded fisherman. So I would say those are the things that I would think of, guys. Just take advantage of the things that you can control and don't let it get into your head with the things that you can't control, because that can definitely mess up your day, and it can kind of feed into that boater a little bit. And if it feeds into that boater, depending on that boater that you have on the front, if you're messing up their day, nobody's going to have a good day, because they're going to be controlling where that boat goes, how long you stay in certain places, things like that. So just do what you can to keep that positive mindset, take advantage of the things that you can control, and hey, make it a good day, guys. All right, really appreciate you supporting the channel. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And guys, every Tuesday, 8 p.m., come and join the live stream. We have a good time, bring up a few different topics. Good topics, guys. Join in. See you next week.